Hi, it's the Woolista here. I thought I'd do something a little different tonight, and let me turn this down first, and come to you live, talking. I've shot a couple videos so far of processing fin sheep and the journey I'm taking there. I love wool. I love raw wool, the smell of it, the feel of it, carding it, just processing it. Um, it's become my thing. I was introduced to knitting. I'd always been a crocheter. I was introduced to knitting, I don't know, somewhere around 10 years ago or something. Maybe a little longer, but, and I really took to it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Then my girlfriend opened my eyes to really good yarn. And I was like, oh my God, a whole new world opened up for me. And then she introduced me to um, processing real, right off the sheep. Absolutely just went down the rabbit hole head first. Haven't come back. Just keep diving in deeper. Love it. It's a great hobby. I love the people I've been meeting, places I've been going, and just it's amazing how you can take the fur that comes off of an animal and process it different ways and make different textures and these beautiful things. There are people out there making beautiful, beautiful things, and the artwork and the talent. It's it's astounding. Anyway, let's get on with tonight. I might be a little haphazard. I don't really have a system going yet, but I will get there. First thing, you can find me on Instagram, Ravelry. I think just those two. Besides YouTube, that's where you're probably watching this one. Under the Woolista. And and I have started a group in Ravelry called the Woolista, where I'm going to start putting show notes and where what the patterns are called that I talk about and that sort of thing. And you guys can jump in, make comments. It'll all be under threads, and let me know what you would like to see next or hear about, or any of that sort of thing. And I'll see where it goes. First thing, let's go over some things I've made recently, like in the last year. Things that have come off my hooks. One of the most recent has been these lace-up gauntlets, and I got them off of a yarn discovery tour a couple years ago. Thought they were cute as hell. Just had to have them. Well, it took me a couple years to make them. You know how that goes. I'm thinking, if you're a knitter, you know how that goes. Yeah, many. I have a whole one bookcase filled with projects in the bag with the patterns, with the yarn, and it's getting ready. And I work on a few things at a time. Anyway, the gauntlets. So, these were just cute as hell. Made out of Malabringo yarn. I hope you can see them. And they lace up right here. And this really cute, fuzzy, soft, ominous colors. Look at that. Look how pretty those colors are. So it's big and chunky. I like different stuff. I like big textured stuff. Don't know what all to do with it yet, but I love it. So here are the gauntlets. It was a pretty simple pattern. Just makes a cute little ribbing. Here's your thumb hole. And lace them up. Kind of make like buttonholes with yarn overs. And that's that. More details like what hook and stuff I used are on Ravelry. That's where I've been putting all my projects. There's a lot more there than I'll be going over tonight. So check it out. And let's see. I made these cute, oh Lord. Okay, let me tell you this. I just thought that I wanted to design patterns and write them up, and I'm going to release these patterns. No, that is not for me. I don't ever want to do that again. This was my first pattern. I was going to send it in and get it certified, whatever you call it. But I filled out the paperwork. It's still in the envelope. I'm like, this will be the only pattern that I ever make, so I don't really care to ever do it again. I made these sheep slippers. I hope you can see them. Look at the cute little eyelashes that are on them. And they're just comfortable, cute slippers. I made them out of CVM Romdale from the local yarns. You can tell this is like my leftovers. It's not rolled up or nothing. My local yarn store, Bracken Moss in Madison, Ohio. And those are from Her Sheep. I made them for a Yarn Discovery Tour last year. But they're cute. Don't want to make a pattern ever again. I used Lincoln Long Wool for the edging. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of this. I might trim something in it. I really like it. Lincoln Long Wool. I mean, it's just, ooh, love it. Squishy. Okay, there's that one. Next, I made a cowl last year. I saw somebody make a scarf out of this right here. Look how beautiful this is. And it was gorgeous. And she made it for her daughter. So when I went to go buy some of this, it's Tiara by Haiku. It's in my Ravelry. If you want to look it up, get more information. I saw it in this color, like sherbet, and I'm looking for some summer stuff to make. This, I love the color. Love it. Love the glittery. It's just like sherbet. I don't know if I said that already, but that's what it reminded me of. And it's called the Lacy Cowl. And it is on Ravelry. Easy, quick knit. You could also make it into a scarf and just not connect it at the end. If you wanted to, you could make it thinner, longer, whatever floats your boat. But I like it. I liked how it turned out. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I'm thinking I might make a normal scarf. Normal. What is normal? To me, a normal scarf would be just a long, thin one I could wrap around my neck a couple times. I think I might go that route with this. Not decided yet. Haven't seen anything else that caught my eye for that yet. And it's not like I have anything else to work on. Okay. Last year I also made another cowl. This year. I keep saying last year. This year is not over yet. This year. I made this cowl, which for the life of me, when I was getting ready to do the podcast, I cannot find the pattern. But the pattern is in Ravelry. And the pattern did call for, I believe, 100% baby alpaca. And I ended up using, I wanted to see what this would turn out like. Cascade Luminosa. Because it is 44% baby alpaca with merino and viscose. It is so cool looking. Just the blended colors. They have all different colors. And I just really liked it. It ended up turning out like this. I love how it turned out. Warm. Fuzzy. Very, very warm. Yeah, alpaca. Need I say more? If you've never worked with alpaca, get you some. And start knitting with it. It is slippery, so I would suggest wooden needles. But yeah, love it. The needles that I used and everything I believe are on Ravelry. Put that under a leather coat. Go riding when it's chilly. Got the crisp in the air. Perfect. make a couple more of those. Not sure. I would kind of like to see what like the teal and black look like. That might be nice. Ooh, getting some flyaways here. Just my hair's like going everywhere. Also made this year my first pair of socks. Yay! And this was fun. This was from the yarn is fish knits, and it was in our SSK bag from the Knit Girls in their SK retreat. Oh my God, fun. That's all I can say about that. Fun. Went with my girlfriend. Went for, I think it was 4 days or something. And not this past one, the one before that. And met tons of people. See if you can get a better picture of this. But, oh, it's soft. And, yeah. If you get a chance to go on a knitting retreat. I've only went on one knitting retreat, and it was just a blast. You meet tons of people, you form really good friendships, and you just sit and you knit and you play games and have treats, and it's nice. You try out new stuff, learn different things. Took a couple classes that were wonderful. Ann Budd was one of the teachers, and Margaret, she was Introlac. Can't think of her last name at the moment. It'll come to me maybe. But two-handed color work is what the other class was. Loved it. Learned a lot in it. Oh, but that was my favorite vanilla sock. That was the pattern. This is on Ravelry. That one I did on 9-inch circulars, both of them. Did knit them at the same time. I do like doing that. So I get the right tension, the look, and everything. I won't do a heel on 9-inch circulars again. I will put them on DPNs next time if I do the 9-inch circulars. The rest of it I really like doing in 9-inch circulars though. And I did it top down and Kitchener for the toe. I kind of like the Kitchener. It was neat. Here's that one. I also finished a sweater. Coat for Roxanne. Me and my girlfriend did a knit along for this. Loved it. I'm hoping everything turns out okay and you guys can see everything. This is on Ravelry. Many people made it. It was my first sweater that I made. And I can do this. Anybody can do this. I did have my girlfriend help me read the pattern though. And she helped me out a few places because I haven't read all that many patterns. A lot of things I knit and make up. Like when I crochet and make the stuff up, I just kind of... Patterns are just a tool. And then you make it on your own. If you don't like something, you change it. Just a guide. And then you do what you want to do with the pattern. Everybody makes them a little differently. This, on the hood, the cable actually crosses on the hood. And that was a challenge for a moment. But I worked through it. She helped me with it. I did learn not to put a pattern down for a month or more and then pick it up and like, oh, I know where I'm at. No, I did not. That was, and I had to frog it back quite a few and get back to where I was. Definitely learned about lifelines. I had never done a lifeline before with anything. I did with this. I also did with a lace 100% baby alpaca scarf that I knit up. It's also in Ravelry. That was fun. Oh, can I hang this up? There we go. To go with that, I made that out of Cascade Eco wool. It's a good wool to work with. Very good. Also made this hat. It's the woolly sheep hat. we were all going to make, there's like 10 of us going to Rhinebeck this year. Rhinebeck! Cannot wait. It's next week. We were all going to make this hat. I'm the only one who made the hat. And made it out of the same thing I made the sweater out of, because I had a bunch left over. And I also made the sheep out of a CVM Romdale. I did, however, make a mistake, and I did not do the ribbing in a size smaller. Learned my lesson on that one. But now it's kind of like a slouch hat. I'm not a good hat wearer anyway. I look like a dork in hats. But I'm going to wear it. Because I made it. I'm going to wear it. And I hope I rock it. My mom suggested turning the brim in and putting a piece of elastic in there. I'm not a sewer. I don't know if I could do that. But it's an idea. Maybe after Rhinebeck I'll take this trim out and make it smaller, in a smaller hook size, so it, you know, forms my head better. And we'll see how that goes. Probably messed up my hair. Oh well. You never know how I'm going to look when I shoot videos. Usually I'm just in like t-shirts and sweats or whatever I'm wearing around the house. Another thing, I think those are the only things that I brought to show that I finished within this year. I'm making, for the homeless right now, I'm crocheting from donated yarn. One of the groups I'm with, we just out of donated yarn, we make scarves and hats and mittens and all sorts of stuff. One year we made lap blankets for all the residents in the senior center or senior home that we get together in, and everybody loved them for Christmas. They all got a bag at their room, and it was fun to make and to see them on their laps in their wheelchairs and stuff, and a lot of them really appreciated it. There's too many people in there that don't get visitors, and they're lonely. Anyway, this is, I don't even know what this yarn is because it's donated yarn. It's just some squishy blue, like a woolen feeling, acrylic, soft acrylic. I'm doing the Jamie stitch. This is a good crochet stitch. It makes a nice pattern, makes a nice edge, and you don't have to do borders and stuff when you're done. When you're done, you're done. So that is the Jamie stitch. And a crocheted scarf for the homeless that I'm working on. There's, excuse me, there's other stuff that I've made for the homeless on my Ravelry projects page. I think I have a lot of my stash on there too. And let's see, what else am I going to start knitting? What I'm working on currently. Let's stick with that. I'm sure a lot of people know this pattern. I love it. And I'm pretty far on it. I'm excited. Is the Professor Meow Meow. I saw this sweater on a podcast, I think, first. And then I saw it, I don't remember where else I saw it, but I fell in love with it. Here's the pattern. It's on Ravelry. Professor Meow Meow. It's also Knit Picks. I bought all the yarn and the pattern from Knit Picks. It takes alpaca, merino, nylon, a blend. And so far I am disorganized. So far I'm this far. I have the back done, the front done. I hope you can see it. I need to do the sleeves. It has short sleeves, but I'm going to bring mine down a little further. I just would prefer like 3/4 length sleeves or a little longer sleeves. I still need to put the whiskers on, pick up the neck, and then block it. But I was hoping to have it done by Rhinebeck. I did my seaming last night all along the shoulder. I seamed this one edge right here. And yeah, I'm going to be picking up the sleeves and knitting them. Hopefully I don't have to buy 2 more needles, because I've also got 2 sleeves going on another sweater, and I like to do my sleeves at the same time, so they have the same tension and all that. So, Professor Meow Meow. It's just a fun sweater. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to make that for myself, for just a run around weekend sweater. What it's about too, having fun. Just have fun. You find something that you find a hobby that you like, and you meet good people, and you have fun with it, and you learn from it. I say go for it. If you're not hurting nobody. What else? This is on my needles. This is a pattern called the Larry, and it's for my husband. And he's more of a vintage sweater wear. He wanted something normal. What's normal? Old style sweater, maybe. That's what I should have said instead of normal. We both like vintage. And this, I gave him like 3 patterns to pick from. And this is a picture of it. It's called the Larry. It was a Baracco pattern. I don't know if it's on Ravelry. I have it listed on Ravelry, but as a project I'm working on, but I don't know if I linked the pattern to it or not. But if not, and you wanted a copy or something, just let me know and I would find it for you. It's from the Baracco website. I'm not using their yarn on it though. I'm using a tweed mohair mix. 3 strands plied together. I plied these 3 together when I was, I'm going to say, green at knitting, very new. It was on one of the ladies that I helped take care of. She bought out a sewing company when they were going out of business years and years ago. Had all these huge cones of mohair and tweed and really nice stuff. And so she doesn't have a lot of money. So for payment, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take your yarn or whatever. And because she always wanted to give you stuff for helping her out. So I plied 3 of those cones together, and it's like thread plied together, let me tell you. And it took a whole weekend of hair pulling to ply all that together. I won't do it ever again. I gave the rest of the cones away. I do have 2 still up there, but those are cotton. And I'm going to make washcloths or something, or a summer sweater or something out of it. I don't have to ply it. Here's where I am on his sweater. I have the back done, the front done. I did make it 4.5 inches too long, and I had to rip it back. Oh, yeah, that was not fun, but he likes it. So here's where we're at on that. It's just a basic plain stockinette, and then it goes into garter, and then you pick up the neck, and it makes like a loose, not a cowl neck, I don't know what the hell that neck is called, but you saw it in the picture. So it'll just go up a little bit and like stand on its own, ribbing. I just picked up the sleeves this week and are knitting them. And we'll keep you up to date on that one. I still have to seam both the sides, so it still needs a bit of a work. I was hoping to get it done by Christmas, but it might not be done by Christmas. Let's see. Oh, I'm making another pair of socks. My second socks. I got this sock blank at SSK. They bring vendors in, and we had a knitting day or not a knitting day, shopping day, sorry. And I got this blank because Game of Thrones, I mean, come on. Love the show. My daughter loves the show, my oldest. I don't know if my youngest has watched the show or not, but love the story. So when I saw this, I had to get it. A dragon is not a slave. And the colors are gorgeous. It's a double knit. So I'm doing 2 at a time. I did magic loop, doing 2 at a time. I have a little bit of yarn barf going because I had to rip it out. I started to do the sock one way, wasn't paying attention, started doing it the way I was doing the other socks, and I was just like, oh, what was I doing? I had to rip it back and redo it, but now I'm past that point. I'm going to, I think, just knit them up and do an afterthought heel. I think I might try that. See if I like it better. I don't know if socks will be my thing to knit, but this is my second pair. I might make my girls a couple pair and then be done knitting socks. I think sweaters will be my thing. Scarves, you know, that type of thing. I need a few scarves. I have all this yarn, all these patterns, and I have like 2 scarves. Well, I made a long one that I got in, went to Dallas, Texas one year and visited a yarn shop up there. I was there for work, and one of the nights I just visited the local yarn shop, and I was like, hey, I'm from Ohio. Let me join your knit night. And they're welcoming, very welcoming, and I got this gorgeous stuff. I don't even remember what it was. Long striped, different colored scarf. Well, promptly one of my girls picked it up and it's theirs now. So I need to make myself some scarves and different colored things to wear with shirts. One I'm going to be starting, let's go into that one next since we're on the talking about it. I'm going to do the Orangested Shawl by Lavanya Petrosella. And I'm using colors that one of my girlfriends dyed up, the Orangested Shawl kit. She got a hold of her and she said it was okay to, you know, make colorways up for the shawl. Love it. Look at that, this dark going into like the lighter purple. It's got some other speckled colors in there, which bleeds into this orange. There, let's put them in order and hold them up. And my arms aren't big enough. So that should look really cool. What a bright, vibrant orange. Love it. And it is merino and nylon. And Tina's Twisted Fibers, which is on Etsy. So that is going to be started soon, probably this week. I'm taking it as one of the things that I'm going to be working on at Rhinebeck. Another thing we're working on is we're going to do a knit along for the stroll cardigan from Olive Knits.